So there's this moment online that's being talked about, even still from this week's episode of Dancing with the Stars. If you didn't catch up with things, I'm going to spoiler some stuff here for you. So don't hate me, but I'm going to say who was eliminated because at this point, I mean, it happened earlier in the week. You should know by now. Hilaria Baldwin did not advance to next week for the show. It's not a huge surprise because I would say, like, of all the celebs on Dancing with the Stars, I would say that she's not as well received as some. I'm not saying there's not any criticism to anybody on there. I think everyone has the right to be criticized and the not right to be criticized. I think it's been fun watching her perform, even though some people are thinking like it's unfair because she has a dance background. And I think for her, it's been so long, and there are other people who also have dance backgrounds. So, I mean, what's really fair? For those who don't, I think it's so great to see them perform and become magnetic, amazing on the stage. At the end of it all, it really is about the journey and who performs and entertains the best, and America votes for contests like these. But one moment that has been talked and criticized about was Hilaria taking the microphone from one of the hosts. I think she took it from Julianne. I'd have to see her. Maybe she took it from Alfonso. But they're talking at the end of this show, very end of the episode, and they do the interview talking with the outgoing celebrity. And she grabbed the microphone very quietly, mind you. She wasn't like, give this to me here, but she took it after being asked a question. She, holds it and says whatever. I don't know her interview experience, but I feel like for the most part, that's a pretty instinctive thing for people to do. As someone who interviews people professionally, whenever you have a stick mic in hand where someone can grab it, sometimes they do. And it's always best, in my opinion, to have a conversation with them before and be like, hey, I'm just going to hold this and I'll hold it to you. So then you can put it properly in front of them. You get the best sound possible. But I think instinctively she just made that move, but she wasn't mean about it or anything. You watch it. She's very, very sweet seeming lady, but she handed right back and everything in that moment. But some people criticizing her, they're like, oh, she took that. And I'm like, I don't think there was any malice or anything wrong with her. And she was so gracious with talking about her experience on the show. I think it was really a privilege for her to be on there. I will say, like, even if she had advanced, I don't feel like, even though she is very polished and very good, I feel like there was almost a sense of lack of confidence coming from her. And maybe it's just because there's been a gap since she did perform in a professional capacity as a younger dancer. Maybe it's age or just being in that setting because it's so foreign. But I think it's good for her to embrace those things. It seems like a dream, and it's fun to watch everything with the show. My favorite on the show, a little controversial, I do like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Jen's great, but I am a big fan of Whitney. And I'm not saying, like, I feel like reality TV is not real reality, and Whitney's probably not the big villain that she's portrayed on television, but we see her in that capacity. But I see her as a bright light, and she's going to shine. She will make it far in this contest. I think the people who know her from the show are going to disregard some things for the most part when seeing her on this contest, because they're just going to be rooting for her because she's on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And for the people less familiar with the Mormons and that show, I think they're just going to move on forward with that. So that's my hot take on that. My husband walking in the background there, but I enjoy television shows. Dancing with the Stars is one of them, but I don't think Hilaria Baldwin meant to come off any particular way, but I don't think she would have made it a whole lot further anyway. She's a great dancer, but I think America just votes as America votes. And there you go.